we talk about how wealth is built, we usually have our go-to answers, right? We say it's about working hard. Or maybe it's just being in the right place at the right time, pure luck. Some people will tell you it all comes down to raw talent or just being smarter than everyone else. And look, all of those things matter, for sure. But they don't even come close to telling the whole story.
I mean, think about it. If it was really just about effort, then this question wouldn't be so tough to answer. Why can two people with the exact same drive, the same talent, end up in completely different financial worlds? The old explanations, well, they just don't really cut it. They fall apart when you look closely. And this gets to the absolute core of what we're talking about here. Wealth isn't some random lottery, even though it can feel like that sometimes. It's actually a predictable outcome. It's the output of a system, a structure. And understanding that structure, that machine, is the first step. Because frankly, it often shapes where you're going long before your hard work even kicks in.
So, we need a better way to look at all this. A new framework. Welcome to Wealth Matrix and Crossroads. What we're doing here is introducing a way of thinking that connects the giant systems we all live inside of with the critical, strategic decisions we have to make.
Now, let's be super clear about what this is not. This is not going to be another channel with motivational talks or get-rich-quick fantasies. There are no shortcuts, no magic bullets here. Instead, we are all about exploring the real systems, analyzing the actual structure of opportunity, and really, truly understanding the decisions that shape a financial life.
And we break this down by looking at the world through three specific lenses. First, the big one, the systems that set the rules of the game. Second, your geography, which defines the local playing field you're on. And third, your personal choices, the moves you make within those constraints. None of them work alone, but you put them together, and suddenly you start to see the whole picture.
All right, so let's dig into that thirst lens because it's probably the most important one. We call it the Matrix. And no, it has nothing to do with science fiction. It's the invisible architecture that we're all operating in every single day.
So what is the Matrix? It's pretty simple, actually. It's just the collection of systems, the rules, the pathways that direct how money and opportunity flow around the world. Think of it like the plumbing in a house or the code of a software program. It's the structure our economic world runs on, whether we pay attention to it or not.
And this isn't some abstract idea. We're talking about very real, concrete things, like financial systems that move capital, institutional systems like universities and corporations, the legal systems that decide who owns what, even the physical infrastructure, like roads and internet cables that connects us. All of this makes up the landscape you're playing. And this is exactly why the Matrix is so vital to understand. Money, opportunity, capital, they all travel through these pre-built structures. They don't care how you feel or how badly you want something. They respond to the system. And that right there is why hard work by itself is just never enough. You have to understand the structure you're operating in.
Okay, but knowing this system is only half the equation, right? Because even if you have a map, you still have to decide which way to turn. And this brings us to the second, equally important part of the framework, your choices, your power within that system.
We call these moments the crossroads. These are those key decisions, those strategic choices that really set your path. So if the matrix is the map, the crossroads are the turns you decide to take. This is where your personal strategy really comes to life. And we're not necessarily talking about big, flashy, dramatic moments. A lot of the time, they're quiet, almost invisible decisions. The decision to specialize in a field that's about to grow, the calculated choice of when to take a financial risk, the decision to move to a new city for more opportunity, or choosing to build valuable skills now instead of just chasing a higher salary, or deciding to build assets over time. This is so important to get. Real wealth is almost never the result of one big lucky break. It's the cumulative effect of these quiet crossroads, of smart decisions made early and then repeated over and over and over again. It's the compounding of good strategy.
So, what can you actually expect from us? How are we going to apply this whole framework of strategy over hype? Well, you can expect clear-eyed analysis of these wealth systems from a global perspective. Africa, Europe, America, all of it. We're going to have honest conversations about what entrepreneurship really looks like. We'll give you strategic ways to think about your career and your capital. And yeah, we're going to talk about some uncomfortable truths, but we'll do it calmly, without the noise.
At the end of the day, our promise to you is really simple. No hype, no shouting. We're not here to sell you a dream or yell at you to hustle harder. We're here to give you one thing and one thing only: clarity.
It's all about understanding the system you're in and then making better, smarter decisions at your own personal crossroads.